Hello, friends. We are live. Everything looks good. Let me just make sure. Okay, we are looking good. This. Okay, amazing. We are live. Here we go. All right, my loves, welcome back to the Purpose Show podcast. I'm really excited for today's episode. I think it's going to be just really pointed and break down a new way of being, a new way of doing your day, thinking about your day, embodying your higher self in your day, and just showing up. Before we dive in, I want to make sure everybody knows that I have some brand new free extra support set up for you all. If you are not already following me on Instagram, get your butt over there. It's Ali underscore, that's me. You can just search Ali Casaza. It should come up. What I want you to do is head over there and send me a DM. Just put the word life audit and the number one. No spaces, all one word, all caps, life audit, AUDIT, and then the number one, no spaces, all caps. DM me that phrase, and it's going to send you a free guide to giving yourself a life audit. I know it can kind of sound like really intense and kind of boring, but it's actually really cool. It's a process that I've walked myself through for years. And recently, I just kind of developed it more. So think kind of like if you're familiar with my old courses, think kind of like Unburdened. But like an elevated vibe and a new process. It's really simple. And basically, it's just going to help you get like an aerial perspective over your life, which can be incredibly valuable in kind of just looking at your habits and how you're living and how your days are going and just getting a hold on that and getting more intentional. So you can go grab that. Also, something else that I created for you is a private podcast series, the Becoming Her private podcast series. So this is exactly what it sounds like. I created it for people that are on their becoming her journey, right? Her is, of course, being the next level version of yourself. You are wanting to level up. You are creating this higher version of yourself, getting closer to your highest self, elevating your daily habits, your routines, who you are being, how you are showing up in your relationships, in your roles at work, with your kids, in every area of your life, and you are wanting support in that. So this is a private podcast series. It is hosted on a separate platform. It's completely free. You just have to go and say that you want it and sign up. The way you do that is to shoot me another DM and with the letters B as in boy, H as in hotel, and F as in Frank. All together, no spaces, all caps, BHF. And that'll sign you up to the Becoming Her private podcast feed. It's a series of several episodes. They have not been aired here on the Purpose Show. They will never be aired here on the Purpose Show. They are private. I just wanted a separate place for the really growth minded women who are just kind of above and beyond just listening to the regular podcast. I wanted to create a special segment of women who are just really, really ready to go to their next level and really want to grow. So that is there for you. It's really good. One of them is one of the episodes that is a guided meditation. It's incredible. I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with it. And of course, I cannot do this episode without talking about the Becoming Her collective. If you have not been paying attention, maybe you've kind of taken a break from my side of the internet, or, that we've been on a podcast break too. So there's been a lot of gaps. But in August, launched the Becoming Her collective. This is a monthly membership space for all things that I talk about, all things elevating yourself, becoming her. There is a massive resource library. I mean, just like a bank of content, of support, of workbooks, worksheets, PDFs, spreadsheets to support you in running your home, organizing your life. And then there's fresh content all the time, every single week. We do these sort of like focus areas, and they're not monthly because I hate when memberships do that just because it's like the end of a month, you have to wrap up what you're focusing on. Some things take longer than that. So we really just follow through on focusing on a specific area of our lives, of ourselves, of becoming her in a very micro area of our lives. And I walk you through my signature 7-step coaching framework in each area. And so most of the time that takes longer than a month. It takes, a month and a half, 2 months, even longer sometimes. So it's very in depth and it's very impactful. People are really getting incredible results. It is a women only space. Every focus area that we do is essentially a course that you get access to that I would have created and charged for, but you are getting access to all of it for a low cost every month. Also, there is a business side of the collective called CEO Club. This is for the mompreneurs in the bunch. When you join CEO Club, you automatically get access to the entire life side of the collective. So, all the lifestyle membership resources, content, benefits, everything for free. We do these really fun co-working calls so that we can all be like working together on things at the same time. It just maximizes productivity. This is a productivity strategy called body doubling. It's really good for just increased productivity, increased focus. It's really good for those of us who are neurodivergent, have ADHD or similar things. It is basically, there's tons of content for business. There's coaching calls. There's all kinds of support. And it's essentially a mastermind for mompreneurs for 99 bucks a month. Like, unheard of, literally amazing. This does not exist outside of a space. So to check out both of these memberships, go to allycasazza.com/collective. If you have a business and you want to join the mompreneur side, select CEO Club when it's time to check out, and you will get the lifestyle side for free every single month. So you'll get life and business at one cost. If you are not a business mama, totally great. Go join the lifestyle side of the collective and grow with us. I'm so excited to see you in there. All right, let's dive into today's episode. We are talking about becoming her, daily rituals for personal transformation for busy moms. So let's start by just talking about like why rituals? Why am I saying rituals? What does that mean? Why should I care about this? This topic is about slowing down. It is about being mindful and being present for your life. It is about exiting performing mode and releasing perfectionism and exchanging it for embodiment of the you that you want to be, the version of you want to show up as for yourself, for your relationship, for your children, for the people that you love, but really mostly for you. Because when you prioritize yourself, you know yourself, you like yourself, you love yourself, you elevate into like adoring yourself, respecting yourself. From that self-love and self-respect, all of your relationships are increased. All of your relationships are affected in a positive way. So rituals, I say that word because it is about slowing down, being more mindful, being more present for your life. We are no longer in performance mode, getting things done mode, checking things off the task list mode. We're not being that surface. We're viewing ourselves, our lives, our roles, our day from a higher level of being, if that makes sense. I think this can better be explained by talking about the differences between routines and rituals, because a lot of people use these terms interchangeably, but there are definitely distinctions between them, at least when I am speaking about them. So typically a routine, I mean, by definition, a routine refers to a series of actions or activities that are very regularly and rigidly followed. Okay. And typically in a routine, if you do not do this series of actions when you're supposed to do it as planned, things will kind of fall apart. So it kind of comes with a sense of stress. Okay. Routines can be daily, weekly, monthly, whatever. Routines are typically associated with regular tasks, regular activities that are habitual and part of everyone's everyday life. They usually don't hold special significance. They're usually practical and functional. So, like, if you have a morning routine, if you've got to get these things done to get the kids out the door for school and to get yourself ready for your day, you have a work routine, you have a bedtime routine, your skincare routine, whatever. Okay. These are a series of things that are done in order to accomplish a goal. Having youthful skin, getting the kids out the door for school and happy, getting yourself to work and having a productive work day, whatever it is. Okay. Now, rituals, by definition, a ritual is a set of actions that, while they may be performed regularly, they have a more specific purpose and intention and meaning attached to them. So it's less about just getting shit done for the sake of getting shit done and more about the intention and purpose and meaning behind it. So rituals can be tied to like a daily occurrence, a weekly occurrence, whatever, but rituals have more of a symbolic or personal meaning. They're contributing to a sense of purpose or well being. Rituals are definitely just more intentional and more mindful in comparison to routines. Some examples could be meditation, journaling, daily gratitude practice. So, those kinds of things are typically falling under the ritual category. Okay. So, key differences between routine and ritual: the intention and meaning. While routines are typically like super practical and habitual, daily rituals tend to be more intentional and carry a deeper meaning and significance. Okay. You're slowing down, you're enjoying what you're doing, you're really being present for what you're doing versus knocking things off a list to keep things running, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with routines. We need them. I have lots of them, but it's a different vibe than rituals. Okay. And then of course, like the key difference is mindfulness, right? And also flexibility. Um, I think that routines can be flexible and adaptive, but they typically like they kind of need to happen for things to function, right? And rituals are, they're more flowy. You can, it's supposed to serve you. It's not getting something done, it's serving you and your family or whoever's involved in it. So it's a bit different. Um I taught a intensive that was like 8 hours over 2 days, and it was called Embody. I don't know. I'm sure some of you listening were a part of the Embody experience. We went very, very deep into rituals and routines and really like laying them out and looking at what is currently happening because everybody has routines. I think everybody also has rituals. They're just not being very intentional with them, and looking at what is currently happening and what's not working about it, and then creating morning routines, evening routines, routines through the day, routines to get your stuff done, and then ritualizing pieces of your life and laying it all out and getting super deep. And we took breaks and played music and actually did the work together. It was an incredible experience where I walked people through a framework that I walk private clients through that are paying thousands of dollars for a really low cost in the Embody experience. Side note, I turned that experience into an ebook. It's literally like, it's like $50 or 55. I think it's $57. It's very, very low cost. I'm walking you through the same framework that I taught during the Embody experience, but you can go through it at your own pace and you're kind of like more in control of your transformation. And it's an ebook edition. There's visualization exercises so you can connect with your next level self, which is important. There's EFT for emotional freedom and clarity. There's techniques to overcome perfectionism and addiction to productivity, which is a thing. And I'll diagnose you in the Embody ebook. We're really working on banishing self-sabotaging thoughts, managing the heaviness of the mental load of motherhood, setting healthy boundaries, asking for help, maintaining your transformation even amidst like chaos in your life, creating effortless rituals. There's really a life-changing morning and evening routine plan. Like people flipped out about this in particular. It was so good. And a really powerful life assessment practice. So if you want to go and snag that, go to alicasaza.com/embody book. That's embody, EMBODY book, all one word. alexsessa.com/embody book. 57 bucks. You get the entire framework. And then if you'd like, you can upgrade to the full embody experience, but just the ebook is definitely going to support you. Can't talk about rituals without mentioning that because that is going to be the next step after this episode. So, rituals are designed really to keep you from just like going through the motions, which that is something that I hear a lot in my DMs and from people that come to work with me as one-on-one clients is that they just feel like they're going through the motions. They're not really feeling very intentional. They're like, what am I even doing? I don't know if I'm on the path that I want to be on. I don't feel super connected to myself. I kind of feel like I got lost in the shuffle of being a mom and creating this life and this new family. And I'm just not feeling super fulfilled. There's a lot of questions I have about myself and my life and why I'm here and what I want to do and who I want to be. And rituals can really dissolve that. They can really help you connect with yourself and stop just going through the motions, really being present for your life and enjoying your life and connecting with yourself, which of course is huge and the entire point. Rituals are really about intention, embodiment, and enjoyment. Rituals should not feel like work. They should not feel like they're getting something done. They should feel like magic. They should feel light. That's the biggest difference for me. But often, like when I'm talking about my personal rituals, people get really like detailed and logical about it and they turn it into work. They freak out when they miss it. You know, they miss their rituals they were trying to do, like the ones that I shared. They're adding like a huge productivity list to what needs to happen during their ritual. Like that's not the point. Rituals should be good for the soul. Rituals are soul care. Routines are life management. Rituals are soul care. Routines are life management. I feel like we need to make that into a quotable. For example, okay, this is not a daily ritual, but it is a weekly one that I've talked about a lot. My Sunday reset ritual. This is a very interesting one, and why I wanted to use it as an example is because it is a mix of routine and ritual. They're almost like combined side by side. I start with routine. I'm making my grocery list and meal planning and doing very practical things and keeping my life going. But then I shift. Then it shifts into the Sunday reset ritual. And so the first part of it is routine and it is helpful and it is productive and it is keeping my life going. We have to eat. I have to know what I'm making for dinner and what night is Brian going to come over and join us for family night dinner and when is who's going to be home and who's eating and when do we have football and I've got to plan my life and look ahead at the week and get on the same page as myself and Brian and the kids and everybody, right? But then I shift into ritual and I shift into a gratitude practice. I usually get in the bath, and you guys know that I'm obsessed with water and the power of water and the responsiveness of water to us. I've mentioned that in many episodes and on social media. Water responds to us. So I will speak literal like life into my water in the bathtub, get into the tub, and go through this gratitude practice every Sunday night. Sometimes I'll have a cup of tea or a glass of wine or some lemon water, whatever. I am just like restoring myself before the start of a fresh week. I tend to not go out on Sunday nights. I'm restoring. Like it is very ritualistic. It is so good for me. It is soul care. So, routine, I'm feeling like I'm in ownership of my life that I'm living. I'm planning ahead. I'm looking at my calendar. I'm communicating. I'm paying bills, doing, adult things, routine. Then I shift into ritual. See that difference and see how good that feels to have that every week. Like it is so deeply supportive of my life and the practical side of it and me being a mom, but then also me being a soul. Rituals should be supportive of you being present for your life. Routines should be supportive of you running your life. Okay. Rituals are not another task. This is all in the way you think about it. Your mindset towards them makes or breaks their power in your life and the way they can deeply support you if you let them. So, Having said all of that and explained all of that, let's shift into some ideating together. I've put together some ideas. We're going to start with just like daily ritual ideas for you that we're going to shift into like getting more detailed and breaking the day down by time of day. And I'm just going to help your kind of like mental wheels turn on and start spinning so you can create rituals for yourself. Daily ritual ideas. Number one, I actually like to turn my food prep into a ritual. So instead of looking at it as a routine and just like, okay, I got to like prep the meals for later, I got to whatever. Like, I like to turn it into a ritual. I bless the food. I'll usually play music and like really like get cheesy with it and just like try to shift the energy. I really, really, I have learned so much and gone down so many rabbit holes of the energetics of things and how things work and the vibration of things and the frequency that everything is emitting and how important it is. And one thing that I've really taken away from all of my reading and research is that the way the food that you eat, the things you take into your body, and the energy that was a part of the preparation freaking matters. So when I'm preparing food for the kids and I, like shifting into gratitude, blessing the food, blessing the farmers, blessing the people that grew the vegetables, blessing the animals if we're eating animals that night, like blessing everything, just speaking life and health and vitality over my family and over the food and into the food. That's a fucking ritual. That feels so good. That is putting me straight into the present moment of the beautiful art of what I am doing for my family. That is so much better than just like, I got to make dinner. You know what I mean? So that is one idea. A coffee ritual, or for me, it's a matcha ritual rather than just like having your normal chaotic rushed cup or like you're like desperate to like just get to the coffee. Or for me, like desperate to just get to my cup of matcha and like just have it and like deal with the kids yelling before school, whatever. Really ritualizing it, really being present. Whatever you're drinking in the morning, whatever it is a liquid and it involves water. So it is going to respond to you. Speak life into it. What is my intention for today? I'm going to speak that intention over myself and bless my cup of matcha before I drink it. Do you see how these rituals just pull you out of your head and get you into the present moment and into a more intentional way of doing the same things you were already doing? Another daily ritual idea that I love that I really want to get better at doing this every single day is 5 minutes of peace. I started implementing this when I was wanting to learn how to meditate, but at that time I had undiagnosed ADHD, and I just really found meditating to be like the hardest thing of all time. This is easier than meditation and can train your brain and then like lead to a solid meditation practice, because now I straight up with ADHD and all can sit and meditate for 45 minutes, no problem. Like I look forward to it and enjoy it. So start with 5 minutes of peace. 5 minutes of peace means there's no sound, there's no noise, there's no interruptions, if you can get that, and you're just sitting in peace. Just sit. Set a timer for 5 minutes and just sit. Notice your breath, notice your thoughts, let them go, and just choose peace in your body for 5 minutes. You don't need to meditate on anything. You're just being at peace for 5 minutes. Girl, your cortisol levels are going to drop. You are going to feel so much better from the silliest, smallest little thing. Try it. Another daily ritual idea is the practice of not always having to do something, like the art of doing nothing. Such a ritual. Can you just sit and enjoy? Can you just sit and watch your kids bicker? Watch them play with each other? Watch them do their homework? Can you watch everyone else around you rushing around and just sit and do nothing for 10 minutes? It's just the act of intention. Another daily ritual that, oh my God, it's my favorite. I hate when I don't make time for this because I can feel it in my body. Daily walk. Go for a walk. You can listen to music if you want. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just really want to hear the sounds of nature and nothing else. Sometimes I take the kids with me or one or two kids or, whoever's available. Sometimes I go for a walk with my man, but a daily walk is a magical ritual. Another ritual idea that I want to familiarize you with is romanticizing, like romanticizing your life, romanticizing things as a ritual. That is a ritual. So what I mean by romanticizing things is we talked about this in Embody as well, and it's in the Embody ebook. You seriously, you've got to go grab it. It's so there's so many things like this. This podcast episode is like the surface scrape of all of this entire topic. It is Embody is so freaking good. But romanticizing things means like instead of just sitting and having a cup of tea, getting your favorite cozy spot on the couch ready with a fluffy blanket, turning the lights down, lighting some candles, turning on some the chill Taylor Swift tracks, like folklore or whatever, something peaceful, worship music if that's your vibe, acoustic music, coffee house music, something chill. And like really being present with making that cup of tea, speaking life into it, and then going and sitting down in that cozy spot and like just being with that moment. You're romanticizing that moment. You're not just having a cup of tea, you're romanticizing the experience of enjoying that tea. You can romanticize literally anything. Try it. Okay, let's break it down a little bit more and go into some morning rituals. These some of these are very like overly said, like they're overly talked about and highly under practiced, so they can seem a little like, okay, yeah, of course, I know that. But have you actually done it? So we're going to go over them. Let's start with morning, okay? The morning rituals. Gratitude, of course. Guys, literally take a second and just pick up your phone and Google the benefits of gratitude practice. Just Google that. Like, why are we not doing this? Wake up, stretch. Once you're coherent enough, list 3 things that you're grateful for. It triggers your mind to like a positive vibration, literally a positive start to the frequency of your day just by thinking of 3 things. And they don't even have to be deep things. They can just be like obvious. Okay. What I did in the beginning was I took a little post-it note and just put like three things I'm grateful for. And I stuck it to the side of my nightstand so that when I would wake up, it was the first thing that I physically saw with my eyes to remind me. Another thing that I did because sometimes I just need multiple ways to start a new habit, multiple reminders, or I won't do it. My alarm on my phone, which you really shouldn't be using your phone as an alarm clock. I know that, but I do it, so I don't care, whatever. My alarm on my phone said like 3 things I'm grateful for. Also, I have a friend who made her audio of her alarm clock on her phone a voice of some guy. She downloaded the sound or whatever, and it was saying like, what are 3 things that you're grateful for? What are 5 things you're grateful for? Whatever. I have another friend. I actually did this for a little while. I don't do it anymore, but she made her alarm a Joe Dispenza meditation. So she's literally waking up and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just lay here and kind of get coherent and meditate. Brilliant. But gratitude, a morning gratitude ritual. Yes, there is a reason this is overstated. It works. An intention setting. This is an incredible ritual. Set the intention for your day. We tend to do this like for our year, for New Year's and stuff. What about the day? Set 1 or 2 intentions for your day. What truly matters? I like to make my intentions about how I want to feel or how I want to make other people feel, depending on what I'm doing that day. I try not to make my intentions too much about like what I'm doing or accomplishing and more about like feeling. So that way it's like, well, if the day just didn't go as planned and I didn't get done what I wanted to get done, but did I feel at peace with myself? Did I make the people around me feel welcome? Or did I make them feel like they're stressing me out and in my way because I'm not getting enough done? Another amazing morning ritual is a hydration ritual. So, yes, your coffee, your matcha, your tea, whatever, but then like create a ritual around setting up your hydration for the day. This could be like setting up a hydration station every day. Like maybe you have like a big carafe of ice water that you're putting like berries or lemon or cucumber or whatever in, and then you're pouring, refilling cups from that all day. Maybe you just get your Stanley cup out and you refill it for the day. I like to put a little bit of Celtic sea salt in my water and then squeeze some lime in there. Super hydrating, so good for you, remineralizing because our water here in America just does not mineralize us enough. It does not have enough minerals in it like it does in Europe and other countries. So adding the Celtic sea salt and squeezing a little lime or lemon in there, amazing. So, hydrating ritual. I'm intending to hydrate myself today, and I'm going to create a ritual around setting that up for myself every morning. Okay. There are things that you can do during the middle of your day and create rituals for that too. One of my favorite ones is I call it a power break. This is basically just like taking a break from anything that has tech or like power or like needs to be plugged in. So it's like a super short break. I mean like 5 to 10 minutes of just stepping outside, putting my bare feet in the grass in my front yard, stretching my neck and my arms and like looking at the sun, taking a few deep breaths and just standing out there for a minute or two. Literally a game changer. It's so silly, but it is actually a game changer. And I have alarms set on my phone to just go off multiple times a day. If you ever have heard an alarm beep in the background of my podcast, that's what that is. It's my reminder to go outside. Um, a lunchtime pause. I got this idea from one of my best friends. She just has like a few minutes that she actually like savors her lunch instead of like doing a working lunch or eating while she's scrolling TikTok or whatever. Like actually just sitting and eating your food and savoring it and being present with your meal. It's such a small act of self-care, but it is a ritual and it's a really good one. I do this sometimes when I can, and it's amazing. For me, I just want to like include this information to like make sure no one is like, we're all being real, we're all doing the best we can. For me, I usually do work while I'm eating lunch and have like a working lunch because I try most days to be done with my work by the time the kids get home from school. And that's not that long for all the things that I need to get done personally and, for work. So if I do a working lunch, it's way more likely that I'm going to be done. But sometimes I will just like, you know what? I'm not going to inhale this or be working while I'm not like stop and like eat my meal and like really savor it. And I do feel a difference. I feel a difference in how much I eat and how good I feel after I eat. And I don't know, it kind of gives you like an energy boost for the rest of the afternoon. So something to think about. Um, okay. Afternoon rituals, connection time. This can be like a specific time allocated for just like sitting and intentionally connecting and talking to your kids when they get home from school. So, like, maybe you play a little board game. I don't usually have the energy for that, but sometimes my kids will ask, and sometimes I say yes. Sometimes I'm like, nah. But you can like share stories about your day. If you don't play a board game, you can just do nothing and just sit and just talk to them. It's so crazy, but like the literally the act of just sitting after school and like making yourself available, like not having your phone in your hand, just sitting on the sofa and being like, so tell me like your favorite thing that happened at school today. Just being physically available, like you're sitting, there's no tech in your hand, you're not looking at anything but them, and you're asking a question beyond just like, how was your day? Just that is a ritual in itself and is enough to open up connection. Another idea is you could do a creativity break. So, just engaging in something that feels creative for you, even just for a few minutes. I have this adult coloring book that's just like flowers. I have this other coloring book that's legit like Disney princesses. It's like such an inner child joy for me. But like just grabbing the colored pencils and just like coloring while I'm like waiting for, a video to upload for work or whatever, like just little creative breaks. Just like see like the intention of just like going on, Instacart and telling Target to deliver you a couple of coloring books and crayons to your house. It takes 2 minutes and a few dollars. And like, you're literally just like creating little pockets of joy in your day. Like that's a ritual. Like try it. It's so good. I also started cross stitching again, which is hilarious and makes me feel like I'm 80, but I did it when I was a kid with my mom and like just having the cross stitch project I'm currently working on, like laying on the counter. It's like, oh yeah, I'm actually going to sit and do that for a few minutes. Like just little reminders to like, I'm a person. I'm not just a workhorse. I'm not just like a mom. I have things that I want to do and I want to just sit and do this for a minute while I talk to the kids or while dinner boils. Like, you know what I mean? Just little things. Evening rituals. These are my favorite. I'm such a like nighttime and slow morning girl. An unplug ritual in the evening, establishing a specific time to stop with the screens, like disconnect them. I have all like my older two kids have iPhones and they're like, you know how you can like set them up to where like you're in charge of everything. They can't add contacts, they can't text or call whoever they want. They can't like go on certain apps or just browse the internet. Like it's all like protected or whatever. I have the screen time on their iPhone set to like it literally just shuts off. Like their phone stops working at a certain time of the evening. And I follow suit. I do the same thing. Specific time where we're just like, okay, we're disconnecting from screens. We're focusing on just connection, calming activities. We're going to clean up after dinner. We're going to do our nighttime pickup routine. But then our ritual is like, now we're unplugged. Now we're just talking. Now we're all laughing about something or, you know, whatever. Like we're just, it's family time. I'm convinced that these little things are the reason that my kids are the close with each other the way they are. Of course, they're also worse enemies, they're siblings, but like I'm convinced that that is a huge reason why they are the way they are with each other in a positive way and why they are with me the way they are with me. I have a very, very positive, close knit relationship with each of my kids. And I know it's these little rituals, these little things that we've always done that is the reason that we're like this. People in my personal life will come and ask me, like, how are you like this with your kids? How do you get them to do this? How do you get them to do their chores without complaining? How do you get them to open up to you like this? It's just these little intentional pockets because I'm like everyone else every other way. Like I'm busy, I'm working, I'm going, going, going. But these little pockets, these little rituals, I'm telling you, they make a huge difference. Another ritual you can do is a wind down ritual for yourself. Take a warm bath. Really like make yourself do your skincare routine and like really do it. When I'm doing my skincare at night, I am like blessing my skin. I'm thanking my skin. My skin has gone through so much. It has healed so much. My body is my ally. When I have had like cystic acne and skin issues, that's my body telling me like something is not right. I need attention, help. Like we need to fix this. This needs to get right. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful when I'm doing my skincare and I can see my acne scars. Like I am so grateful for my body working with me. I am speaking love and life into my skin as I'm doing this nighttime skincare ritual. Like turn everything into rituals. Ritualize everything you can. It brings so much peace. Seriously. Another ritual that I don't do every night, but is a beautiful evening ritual is reflection journaling. So, this is just like journaling, like writing out the day's highlights, acknowledging your achievements and the things that you accomplished and got done, embracing the imperfections, processing any conversations or anything that you feel like is coming up for you. Like, it's like almost like you're doing therapy with yourself, but instead of talking, you're writing. Um, it's so simple and so good. Like as I'm talking about some of these that I've done, but I don't do them every day. I'm like, I really want to create like more of this, like every single day rituals for these things because I feel it. I feel the difference and I notice how much better I feel, how much more connected to myself I feel, how much more calm and present I am as a mom. Like things just don't get to me as much. I'm not like snapping, like everything just feels so good because I know that, okay, it's kind of witching hour. Like the kids are cranky. They've got homework. We've got to get dinner on the table before we go to baseball, whatever. But I've got these rituals to look forward to tonight. And I did little mini few minutes of rituals during the day while I was working. Like it just, you are just an elevated version of yourself. And that's what we're here to do, right? Okay, my loves, let's get into weekly rituals and touch on this, and then we'll wrap this up. Weekly rituals, the self-care Sunday ritual. Like dedicate a portion of Sunday to just self care activities. Give yourself an at home spa day. Go for a walk. Do a hobby you enjoy. I will like cross stitch. I will take a bath. I will do extra skincare and like do like a mask and like, or try something that I saw on TikTok that I'm really excited to try. I get my nails done every other Sunday. How can you take care of yourself? What do you need? What would feel good every week? Bring that into your Sunday as a ritual. A family meeting can be a really good ritual to implement. This is on Fridays for us, but it could be Sundays if you want it, or Mondays, or whenever works for you. Basically, just setting aside time every week for a little family meeting, just talking about how everyone is feeling, sharing like what you're proud of, what you achieved, what you want to achieve next week, coordinating schedules, just talking and seeing how you feel. This is something that I this is one of the things that I do feel like I do a good job at being pretty consistent with. And this was really, really helpful when we were going through the divorce and the process of that, and also moving across the country at the same time. That was just like a lot of change for all of us. And having these like weekly ritual, like family kind of like touch points opened up space for the kids to just very organically be able to like talk about how they were feeling or ask questions or like, okay, well, like, when we do get into that new house, like how far away is dad's house going to be? When are we going to like it just opened up space for them to talk and ask questions and connect. And you always are like telling your kids like, "Oh, you can talk to me about anything. Like, you can always come to me." But if you don't ritualize like an open space in the week for that to happen, then they're going to have to come and interrupt you and your routine and how busy you are. And especially if you're like a normal human being and you like snap sometimes, like they might feel nervous to do that. So having like the family meeting weekly ritual is really, really good. It's literally an open space for your kids to come to. The final one is actually something that is a new idea for me that I'm implementing this week and haven't done weekly. I've done like it's a tech detox, okay, a family technology detox. I've shared before on the podcast when we did this for like we like took all the TVs out of the house for we were going to do it for a week, and it ended up being 6 months because we loved it and it went so well. The kids were super little and I think we were still living in Arkansas at that point. But doing a weekly ritual of a tech detox. Choose a day of the week for a tech detox where you spend quality time with your family without the distraction of screens. You don't even need to be together. You could be reading. Your kids could be playing outside. They could be reading. They could like let them be bored and do the tech detox. More than that, do this on a weekend day. Don't do it just like on a school day where it's like not that big of a deal. Like do it on a weekend day. Let your kids be like pissy about it. Let them be bored. Like it's good for them. This is something that I have been talking with Mystery Man about and Brian about, and we are like really wanting to bring this in every week. So I'll keep you posted on how that's going. All right, my loves. That is all for our talk on rituals. Go get the Embody ebook, alicasasa.com/embody book. It's less than $60. It's a ebook version of the Embody experience, all about elevating yourself and this kind of stuff, your routines, your rituals, like your how you're being in your day, creating these rituals for yourself, like literally everything about this. If this was good to you, you have literally no idea. Embody is way deeper than this. So go do that. So excited for you guys to get in there and get your hands on that. alicasasa.com/embody book. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next episode.